Welcome to episode number 7.5 of season 2 of a sports podcast with Ricky and Ian. And today, Ricky, why don't you introduce our guest?
Hey, well, first of all, you jump scared me there because I was used to how the mic sounded when it was away from you, and then when you said welcome, I kind of crapped my pants a little bit. But
Sorry
our
about
guest
that.
today is Andrew Hewitt. Should be a fantastic guest for this show. So yeah, Andrew,
Thank you for having me, boys.
absolutely. Ian, what do you want to get into first?
What do I want to get into
With
first?
this,
Well, why don't we start talking with the, real quick. Before we talk, we'll talk the NFL first, but I think we should just cover a little bit of the MLB, just like 2 minutes of it, because
Sure.
the Yankees suck again, first of all. And
yeah,
the Red Sox are somehow doing good again with like half their team, but they kind of choked big time today, which really sucked.
What's really frustrating is that whenever the Yankees lose, we can't win to get any sort of lead in the wild card, which is very annoying.
Right. We're just sitting at like half game back right now, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because we both
Mhm.
lost today. Had a chance to.
Inexcusable loss today, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Just inexcusable. I was listening to the radio, or listening to almost the whole game on the radio on my way home. Just extremely frustrating. The Verdugo error, that's basically what you could say cost the game. But the bullpen just gave up a run in every inning from the 6th inning on.
Yeah.
That's just, can't have it.
You can't do that.
You
No,
can't have it.
No, but the team should be coming back soon. But people also just keep going down. Every time you think it's done, someone else gets
True.
added.
That's
to the
true.
list.
Should have Kike back tomorrow.
Yep. And then someone else the next day, I think.
Arroyo.
Yeah,
Is it Arroyo?
probably.
Yeah.
But if we can't win the division, I'm really just hoping for a Red Sox-Yankees wild card. That would be
Me
exciting.
too.
That would
Yep.
be very exciting.
That'd be kind of like a Cardinals pine cones wild card. So
Yeah, kind of.
that's what I'd like to see.
Well, should we talk about the NFL, or Andrew, you have anything to say about the Red Sox, Yankees, maybe? I don't know.
I did just see the Red Sox sign Jose Iglesias
Yeah,
Yes.
they did. That was
as a major league contract. I thought it'd be a minor league, but it's not. It's a major league contract.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
a little
apparently-
surprised.
I learned they had signed him, and then all of a sudden he was in the game. It's like, I didn't know he was there in Boston that day.
Yeah,
like
they signed
today.
him today. Yeah, and he was playing
Yeah.
today.
He's just casually in Boston at the right time.
Yeah.
They brought him out of the clubhouse, threw him at shortstop.
He was
And
at
then he-
Boston. He was at the Cheesecake Factory.
Then all of a sudden he's running out into deep center field to get a ball that Verdugo couldn't catch at the wall, and the
Yep.
game's tied.
Yep. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like I did a little double take. I'm like, why is the shortstop in like middle of center field right now getting the ball?
Just what Jared Carrabba's tweeted, which I can't say on this podcast, just summed it up perfectly. I don't know if you
I
know which tweet, but
didn't see it.
well, it was just an "Are you kidding me?" Basically, paraphrasing what it said. But
Okay.
but anyway,
Anyways,
football, huh?
NFL.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, Rookie of the Year.
No. Wishful thinking, though.
It's just you're just gonna lead with that, Ian?
I didn't know what else to say. Guy's a stud.
Hey, it's a good icebreaker.
The season hasn't even started yet, and they're calling for Mac Jones Rookie of the Year.
Okay,
Be pretty.
I'll
I
slow
mean-
down a little bit then. I'll slow down a
Yes.
little bit.
Pump
I'll
the
say
brakes just to.
Mac Jones, best quarterback from this draft class. How about that?
Okay, yeah. I think he is. I agree.
Future
I
Hall of
think he's
Famer.
most. I think he's most pro ready. out of the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. He also fits perfectly in New England.
Yes, I agree with that.
I honestly,
He's even got the Tom Brady physique too.
exactly.
Yep. And he's got the Belichick walk. If you saw him walk on draft day,
Yeah.
literally walking in. You know that meme, Ian?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Andrew knows what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
that meme where he was walking in,
yep. I think I saw that.
and when Mac Jones's name got called, the pace of his walk was exactly the same. It was like, well, I thought I was gonna have to deal with Cam for another year, or at least the beginning part of the year, but Cam's gone now.
Which
So-
is a surprising cut. I don't know if you guys thought the same, but I
Yeah,
thought as a backup, he'd be a solid backup.
yeah.
He probably just didn't want to be a backup.
It's probably what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sitting in class, boring wellness class, and I get that notification, and I just almost fell out my chair. Like, and I
Joke
couldn't.
Sigley.
I obviously couldn't read into it. Like, I didn't know the details. I couldn't go on my phone. I could have, but I chose not to. But it's just like out of the blue.
Yeah, out of nowhere. That's how they. Right, they didn't say Mac Jones was going to be the starter or anything. They just cut Newton, right? Isn't that kind of how it went?
Yeah, basically,
Yeah,
and then
they
obviously it
went
was
down.
assumed. Yeah, it was
Yeah, they
assumed
did.
that Mac. Yeah.
It's
Oh.
crazy.
Also, something about the Patriots, Ricky.
Hmm.
What I told you when we had our fantasy draft, you were talking about Nick Folk. I was like, probably
Quinn
wouldn't take
Norton.
Nick Folk because he's not going to be on the Patriots. And you said, why? Why would they not take Nick Folk or use Nick Folk? And then I don't know, something happened.
You're right.
Right? They went with the rookie.
I guess something happened. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Big Nick energy, but he was the best. He was the best player on the Patriots last year. Honestly, he was the best player on the team. But
Yeah, I'm excited for the Patriots this year.
Me too. I think Jacoby Myers is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah,
Jacoby,
He looks good. He looks really good.
yeah, he does.
is he gonna be wide receiver 1?
Oh yeah, he is.
He's got to be.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
Aguilar. Maybe Aguilar. I don't know.
I forgot about Aguilar.
Yeah, and Kendrick Bourne's there. I don't know where he's going to play.
Might be.
Then Olszewski's probably gonna be in there at some points.
Yeah,
I
probably
heard he
punt
didn't look
returner.
too good though as a receiver.
Yeah, he'll be the punt
training
returner then.
camp. Yeah, I'll just stay special teams for this year. Yeah, but Johnny Smith and Hunter Henry too.
Yeah,
The two tight ends are back. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
I
back
draft-
to the Gronk and Hernandez days.
yeah, right.
yeah.
Who's gonna be the
Hopefully,
murderer out of the two? Can we say Jonnu Smith, or would that be profiling?
Jeez, Ricky.
Or would it be Hunter Henry? You know,
Might be Hunter
Nah,
Henry.
he'd probably break his back trying to lift anything. Any murder weapon, he'd probably break his back or his arm or something.
The Patriots didn't have like half of their defense last year, right? They all just like sat out.
yeah,
Yeah, they
Hightower.
led the league. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they're gonna have their defense back, except Gilmore's not coming back to like week
Week
6,
7.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, so if the defense,
that's
think
if he's
people are
not traded
sleeping on-
either.
because I've seen people like put them at like right in the middle of the pack, but I think they could be a little better than that.
Oh, we go to J.C. Jackson. That
And
guy went off
Jonathan
last
Jones.
year.
Yeah,
Jonathan
Jonathan Jones, great slot corner.
Yep.
And I think Matthew Judon was a great signing.
Oh yeah, they did
And you-
get Judah.
You got McCourty
Yeah.
there as always.
Yeah,
So-
well, one
They
of
also
them
got-
left, wasn't it? Jason.
Yeah,
McCourty
Jason
left?
left. Jason left.
Yeah.
They got Kyle Van Noy back, right? And they got
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They drafted a tackle. They also signed a tackle, I believe. They drafted like
Oh, Christian Barmore. Yeah.
from Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Was he Bama?
Yeah, he was.
I think so.
More Bama players. I mean,
Belichick
Can't
and Saban.
go wrong.
no, you can't.
No.
So, I mean,
And
Patriots defense is gonna be
Winovich.
great.
You got Winovich coming back.
Oh yeah, you do.
Had a good season last
Wow.
year.
Yeah, Kyle Duggar has one more year in too
Yep.
at safety.
Yeah.
And their schedule, I heard, I think it's 13th or 14th ranked easiest. So it's not too bad.
No,
That's
the
good.
last year was really bad. Like it was really hard. Well, that's what happens when you finish third place.
Yeah.
You get to play the other third place teams in the AFC, so it makes it easier.
Oh yeah. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's
Never knew
so. If you
that.
finish first place, you play the first place team, like the other divisions.
Oh wow, that's I didn't know
And
that.
then there's always one division that you play every team in both the AFC and the NFC, and then your division you play twice, and then whatever place you finished, you play those.
Oh, also Tom Brady returns this season. What week, Ricky?
Yeah, week 4.
Week 4?
Oh yeah.
Turned Foxborough.
Have you bought your tickets, Ian?
No, I haven't. Have you? They're probably all sold out now.
They're
No,
probably
they're like
sold out.
ridiculously expensive too.
Yeah. Nosebleeds are probably like $1,000 each.
Yeah, like Super Bowl caliber tickets.
Yeah. Is it too early to say that Patriots and the Buccaneers will be the Super Bowl matchup this year?
Yeah, way too early. And
Ian,
Ian,
What?
you should be ashamed of yourself
I
with all
have-
these
I have
super
solid
early, bold.
I have
claims.
solid evidence and reason to believe
hold on.
that right
Evidence?
now they're the front
What evidence do you
runners.
have? What evidence do you have
Yeah, let's hear
saying
it.
that Mac Jones is going to go in and beat Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City?
First,
Oh,
who
yeah.
says it's going to be there? First of all, it could be in New England.
Oh my goodness.
And secondly, I do have evidence that I cannot share live on the air.
What? Why? Oh, did you draft him in your fantasy or something?
No.
Or what's
Hold
the
on.
evidence?
Ricky. Ian's sources, trust me, bro.
Sort of,
Yeah.
but not entirely.
That's true. So
Kind
what
of.
is it? Does it come to you in a dream or something, Ian?
No. Solid evidence
He had a vision.
based off of past
Patterns?
yeah.
So what is the pattern?
Can't say. Could be too early.
Why
still.
not?
Could be too early. So it's
Well,
not a take. It's not a take I'm willing to. I'm not willing to back up this take with evidence.
Yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe at a future date you will.
Maybe if we get closer and it's looking like Patriots are 6-0, Bucks are 5-1. You know. Maybe.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
So Ian, your prediction, just to get this straight though, Patriots are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
No.
No,
I'm just saying.
Well, they're gonna, but
Bucks.
they're gonna be. Okay, go ahead.
Bucks and Patriots in the Super Bowl.
That's all you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, you did say that the AFC Championship could be in New England. It could be.
Could be. It could be. It could also be any other AFC team at the moment. We're all tied 0-0. You know.
That's true.
Could
Well,
be in
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Could be in Miami.
Probably won't be Jacksonville, but
Never
you
know.
know.
Trevor Lawrence.
Tim Tebow. Oh, that's,
He's cut, Ricky. He got
He's,
cut.
I know.
He's actually working across from Stephen A. Smith now on First Take.
Tim Tebow is?
Yeah, he got hired.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's going to be interesting. I would love to see Tim Tebow and Stephen A. Smith.
I can't wait for Stephen A. versus Tim Tebow.
It's an interesting dynamic.
It's
So
not going to work.
Tim Tebow is so positive
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he's such a polite, quiet guy, and Stephen A's gonna be yelling at him.
yeah.
That's
So what do you
It
guys,
could be
what do
funny,
you guys
though.
think about Damian Harris this year? I think he's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Harris.
It's his second year. He's going to really come out. This is going to be his coming out party this year.
With
I think he's gonna go over 1,200 yards. Not gonna lie.
you think so?
Wow.
That's my bold take for the Patriots this year. Just Damian Harris carries them.
Yeah, because they're gonna go more.
He's
on the
definitely.
ground. Or,
Yeah, they are. They
well,
probably
and
will.
especially without Cam Newton, he'll just get more touches. But you also have Stevenson, who's really
Yeah.
good too, who might get maybe goal line work or like third
Well,
and
and you
short
got
or something.
you got James White too. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, he's more of a pass catcher, but
But Damon
And
Harris
JJ.
is gonna be the main guy.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
JJ Taylor, I think, is more like a Dion Lewis type running back. I think
Oh,
he's gonna be good.
they got depth there. Sure.
They do.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, my bold prediction of the Patriots. You already heard it. Ricky, what's yours?
I mean, did you say if they were gonna? No, okay, that's bold enough. Um, I guess mine would be that they will make the playoffs, um, and that they're gonna be wild card number one. So 5
Okay.
seed. They're gonna go about 10-7, 11-6 range. That's as bold as I'm willing to make. The bolder
Okay.
prediction as I'm willing to make.
So, what are we thinking?
That's
Who's
not
gonna
bad.
win? Who's gonna win MVP this year?
Josh Allen.
That's fair. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be nasty.
I know he's gonna have a huge season because, yeah, it's usually that second year or that third year after coming onto the scene that they go off. Yeah, probably Josh Allen, and then I don't know for defensive.
I'll go with for MVP. I'll go. Matt. I'm
Mac
just kidding.
Jones.
I'm just kidding. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. That's a little too early to say. But offensive rookie of the year. Probably not. I mean, yeah. Hey, Josh Allen's a good. I can't really complain about Josh Allen, but I gotta go Kyler Murray.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. You don't like that?
I mean, no, I'm not disagreeing. It's just I didn't expect that.
I think Matthew Stafford has a shot this year too.
Yeah. The Rams offense.
Mm-hmm.
With Sean McVay.
Oh. Rams is also a really good chance to make the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
sneaky team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleeper team.
Unfortunately, Cam Akers went down, but they still got Henderson and Michelle now, so they got good wide receivers. Higbee's good. Great defense, so Ricky, who's your defensive player of the year? Weren't you working on
Well, no, I not really working on it. No,
No.
I said I don't know. So
that? Oh.
I think
Andrew, you got
Miles
anyone
Garrett.
there?
Miles Garrett probably.
that could
I
be.
mean, it'd probably be
Could be one.
boring if they just keep giving it to Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey.
T.J. Watt.
TJ Watt, yeah.
It's hard for a defensive back to win defensive player of the year. Stephon Gilmore did it.
Yeah, he did.
You got to
He
be
did.
really good.
Jalen Ramsey's definitely, I would say, probably the best corner in the game.
Yeah.
He had the best season last year, anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he'll take a dip this year. Maybe he's past his prime.
Isn't
Maybe
he
he
like
peaked.
27?
He could have peaked.
He's gonna be younger than 20. Is he younger than 20? I think he's younger than that.
He might be 26, 25, yeah.
Yeah. He's good. He's good.
He's pretty good.
He's the new Richard Sherman. He's today's Richard Sherman.
No, he's this generation Darrell Revis.
Now Darrell Revis. Yeah. But was
Yeah,
Darrell
Revis
Revis
Island.
as much of a loudmouth though as
No. Oh, that's true. I guess you compare
yeah.
him.
that's why I was comparing to Richard Sherman. I wouldn't say Richard Sherman
Yeah.
was all that great, but
Oh yeah. That kind of reminds me. Probably something we should talk about. The new taunting rules, right?
yeah. Just
Yeah,
another
Like
It's big.
example.
no peace.
Another example of the no fun league.
Right.
Yeah.
As they say. I mean, I don't have a problem with taunting being in the rule book, but like they told him to crack down on it, so you're gonna see so many bad calls this year.
Yeah.
You're just gonna see so many soft calls. It's like seriously, when like the ref's gonna see something and they're immediately gonna he's guilty, boom, 15 yards when he might not have even been doing it towards the opponent.
Right.
Like
celebrating and taunting are two different things, you know?
yeah, exactly.
So how
I
do
think
you
it's a
determine?
bad thing, bad point of emphasis to crack down on it.
Yeah. Did you see what Tyreek Hill said about college
He's
college
Yeah,
athletes?
he'd send
What
them a pair of gloves and
Yeah.
sign them.
Yeah, he said if any college players
Seriously?
put up the peace sign, he'll give them gloves. Yeah.
oh, he just wow. I hope that happens a lot.
Yeah. that would be great. I mean, the NFL. No dunking, no taunting. I'm pretty sure the only reason they took the like taunting out, do you think it was because of like Winfield and Tyreek Hill mostly? Or do you think there's a lot more?
Yeah, it could be because that was a huge centerpiece of the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it was. But it made it like
yeah,
I think that made it like better. Like it's not
it
like,
did.
oh, this
It
is
made it-
disgusting. I can't watch the
it's-
NFL. Look at these players throwing the peace
Yeah,
sign up at
How
each other.
dare they?
Like, if anything, I'd want to watch
Jeez.
it more because of that.
Right. I mean, the game was what 31-9, so it was at the boring part of the game, and then they did that, or then Winfield did that, and for people who knew the backstory, it was way funnier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That Tyreek Hill did it to him earlier in the season. So
yeah. It's just full circle. It's great. It was a historic moment.
yeah, that was definitely the right thing to do.
It was.
And if I were in Winfield's shoes, that's the right thing to do that back to him when it comes around.
Yep.
It's awesome. So
There's,
in terms of the NFL, is there anything else we haven't talked about?
Oh, there might be a lot of people getting injured pretty early, like good players, like running backs at least.
Like who?
Cam Akers, J.K. Dobbins, Travis Etienne, all went down.
That's true. Who's that rookie for the Jags that's out for the year?
Travis
Etienne.
Etienne.
Yeah.
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 From Clemson. So
Yep.
he was gonna have another season with Trevor Lawrence. Unfortunately, went down. So I mean, hopefully the injuries don't get too crazy this year. But it's football, so it's a pretty injury-prone sport. Like you can get injured pretty easily.
That's football,
Yeah. Hopefully no
right?
snapped legs this year or ankles.
Hopefully not, but that I felt like last year that happened like rated the first few weeks of the season as like star after star went down.
Yeah. You hate to see it, but it's part of the game. You just hope they'll come back good, not
You
ruin
hate
their
to see
career.
it, but to quote Frank Nunez when playing football in the snow and cold last year, after any type of rough play or play where someone came up, shook up, that's football, right? that's football.
That's football.
It's the way it is. Just that's the beginning and the end of it right there.
Should we look at Mac Jones' stats? I mean,
What do you mean? Why?
At Alabama.
no, it was preseason Patriots.
I mean, preseason.
He's good.
We put too much stock in the preseason.
He did complete 19 straight passes against the Giants practice squad.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know how much you want to put in that.
Hey, it doesn't matter who it's against. There's people trying to stop him, and he's making plays. So
I guess you can put in as much stock in the preseason as you can in Division I college football. A lot, so because
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
well, unfortunately, I cannot find his stats.
How?
So Ian, what if you're so high on him? What would you predict his season end looking at his end season stats? What do you think they're going to be?
I'm not really good at that.
Let me give you an
the
over
standard.
under. Let me
know,
give you a number and you say an over under. You think?
Okay, that's good.
How about that? How about that?
That works.
It's a
You
great
think he's
idea.
going to throw more or less than 3,800 passing yards? That's
More.
about average for a rookie quarterback.
More.
3,000.
You think he's going to throw more?
Yeah, more.
What about
Even-
25 touchdowns?
Less.
Okay.
Yes.
What about more or less interceptions? How about let's say 12?
Less.
Wow. How many games do you think they're going to win this year?
They have an extra game, right? They have 17 games?
Yeah, 17 games this year.
12-5. Easy.
Wow.
11. Wait, so they're gonna win 11 games? Is that what you're saying?
No, Ricky. They're going to win 12.
Oh,
They have 17
I thought I
games.
heard you say 11-5, which is not the record
No.
anymore.
12-5.
But so 12-5.
Yeah.
Man, predictions with Ian, they never they don't disappoint. They really don't.
He goes all in.
You're sleeping on the
And
Patriots.
a lot of times Ian's predictions end up being correct. I will say the one most notable one when he was wrong was, I don't even think anyone remembers because he was wrong, so
Bobby
it wasn't that
Dahlbeck.
memorable. Bobby Dahlbeck, he said he would hit a home run by the next time we recorded an episode, and he didn't. But how many times have you been right, Ian? What other times were you right?
I don't know, Andrew. Have you ever heard of Oral Roberts?
Yes.
I was all on him, man.
He knows nothing about college basketball. And he says he picks 150. You're probably like, I got to pick a 15 seed to win, right? That's probably what you were thinking. You were like, I got to pick a 15 seed just to be that guy. And you happen to pick Oral Roberts. And you picked him not only to win the first game, you picked him to win the second, right?
No, I picked him to lose the second.
Oh,
they
okay.
won.
You shouldn't have admitted that, but
I'm an
yeah.
honest man, Ricky. Now, I did think they were gonna win the first game though, and that's exactly what they did. But Ricky,
Yeah.
I still did my research, and I said, "Wow, these guys are good." So that's why I took
Okay,
Who
well,
are they going against again?
Ohio State.
yeah, a good
And then
team.
they lost, and then
Yeah,
they beat
Ohio
Florida,
State's
and then
a
they
good
lost
team.
to Arkansas.
They were my runners up in my bracket, Ohio State. So that one hurt even more because Ian said it and Ian was vindicated. So
You kind of laughed at me, I think, Ricky.
that was definitely I did, and so did Mike Moon. That was definitely the your best prediction, I would say, your luckiest prediction.
It wasn't luck, Ricky. My my
Okay.
predictions don't come with luck. My predictions take thought.
Dedicated research.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why the Patriots and
Yeah.
the Bucks will be in the Super Bowl.
Hey, I actually want.
I'd
that
love to see it happen. I'd love to see it happen. Man, the views that Super Bowl would get
I think it'd break
Holy-
records. It would
it would.
shatter 'em.
Probably would.
would have to. Yeah.
Wait, I think something we do have to talk about here is what do we think Trevor Lawrence is going to do? Because he's like one of the highest ranked prospects ever, right?
Nothing.
Highly thought of prospects.
He's not going to do anything.
You think he's
in
going to be
this
a
first
bust in the
season.
NFL or just a
No, I didn't
Yeah,
say
it's-
that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this first season, you're taking a team that was 1-15, a terrible team last year. You can't expect them to do much.
right?
Yeah,
gonna be
with
a lot
no
like-
offensive line.
It's going to be a lot like Joe Burrow last season.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Joe Burrow would have played the season out and hadn't gotten hurt, he probably would have went like what 6-10. Like it's just going to be something mediocre
Yeah, you're probably
like
right.
that.
Justin Herbert though, second year, Chargers
Mm,
could
He
do
looks
good.
good.
He's another guy. When you said MVP, I mean, it is only his second year, but he could have definitely have a coming out year.
Yeah, he really reminds me of Mahomes, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, just like they both got
Mahomes
cannons.
is
They both got
a different
cannons. They
breed.
both. Well, Mahomes sat.
Well, he's
behind
not as
Alex
good as
Smith,
he's
too.
not as
No, he's not.
mobile like
He's
that.
definitely
but
not. But I mean, like as like breaking out and being like one of the top quarterbacks, I think that could happen.
all of a sudden too,
Yeah.
his rookie season.
Yeah. I'm fan of Herbert.
Yep. And as my fantasy team says, is it Herbert or Herbet?
Herbert.
What does that mean?
Is Sherbert,
Oh.
Sherbet or Sherbet or Sherbet?
Sorbet.
Sherbet.
Sorbet.
Sherbet.
That's what.
Sorbet.
Jeez.
So is it Herbert or Herbet?
Okay, I was looking. I saw that and I was looking at that, Rick, and I was like a little confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, well, oops, maybe I should change my fantasy name then.
I thought
Thought
of
about-
a good one.
I
But
thought about going one that's kind of inappropriate, but
whoa,
I decided
Ian,
not to.
Ian, what's your fantasy name?
Dalvin and the Chipmunks. But I want. If I had Kyler Murray, my team name would be Murray Had a Little Lamb because I have CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh, that'd be a good
Oh,
one.
that'd be perfect.
So I was trying to get Dakota to trade Kyler Murray for Josh
Yeah.
Allen. Just
And
straight
he
up.
wouldn't?
He didn't take that trade.
He wouldn't?
He said he'd think about it. I just got to get a good team
Wow.
name, guys.
People would probably veto it.
Ian's just trading for a team name here.
That's all he cares about, even though he's the defending champion in
Yeah.
our league. But
My team name is Belichick yourself. I was
Man.
pretty proud of it.
I like
Proud of it when I came up with it, but
Next year we should add head coaches to our league.
Isn't that an option?
Yeah, I believe
We
it
should
is.
have done that this year.
Potentially remove
We definitely
kicker for head coach or team defense for a head
Or
coach.
just add head coach, can't
Just
you?
add head
Or
coach.
can't you just add head coach to the starting lineup?
Yeah, you probably can. You can.
Yeah.
how would the points generate off that?
I don't know how that works.
Maybe like wins
I'm
or like score
guessing just the
differential or
wins.
something.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Maybe
that'd be
team
fun.
yards or something.
That would be very fun. Having coach.
That'd be awesome. I'd draft Belichick #1. I don't even care.
We should. We could also
Waste
change
of
the
running back.
scoring so like coach is like the most important position that you can have.
That'd be awesome.
So like if a coach has
That'd
like
be
Howard,
so that could end up being really bad though.
yeah, it could. It could be. Wait, could you imagine making a league, a fantasy league? We should do this. Have like a joke league, and that's where we can try the head coach out. So make a joke league next
Can
year.
you
And
make
have-
it now? Is it too late?
Actually, it's not too late. Season ends. We could. Okay, let's make a joke
Yeah.
league. Andrew, you want to join ESPN?
I
Probably.
do.
Okay.
I do.
We gotta make a joke league.
So
Yes.
I'll send a message out, see if anyone
There's-
else wants to join. But we'll go head coach, like
There's other
defensive
stupid
players, kickers,
We-
punters.
No, Ian.
What?
Do you
Hunters.
remember how defensive players work? That does not work
Yeah.
out.
How does it
That's-
work?
You just like solo tackles, interceptions, fumbles.
It's so
Tackles.
hard to draft.
Yeah,
That's gotta be
it's
yeah.
unpredictable basically because like you have like people like even like really good defensive players will just like do things that don't count for stats. Like you could like probably like one of the best defensive players, right? Like say Jalen Ramsey's just like guarding people, like locking them down. It's not like he's not getting any points.
Right, he's not getting targeted. Yeah,
Right.
because he's not getting targeted.
Yeah. He's just
Yeah.
like shutting someone down.
Yeah, and guys
Yeah.
like Zach Cunningham lead the defensive players in points because he has 150 tackles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So what?
Punters though, you gotta put
Yeah.
punters in there.
Yeah. So what do you think? Head coach, definitely kicker, definitely punter.
Yeah.
No quarterbacks.
no, super flex that.
Just a
Two
super flex.
quarterbacks.
So no quarterback, just super flex. So you can start one if you want, or do you
What?
want a quarterback position too?
What else can you put in there? What like?
I can,
Isn't there some other crazier things you can put in there? Imagine owner or something.
No, you,
Let me-
you don't think you put an owner.
Let me look. Let's see. That would be. Let me
That'd
create
be
a league.
awesome.
Oh. Wow, my UCL kind of feels a little off right now.
How come?
I don't know.
You need Tommy John?
I might
Uh-oh, no pitching next year.
get one save and then the UCL has had enough.
In an all-star game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to do it here. So, is there anything else to talk about for football, Andrew? How many fantasy leagues are you in?
This year I'm in 4.
What's your best
Wow.
team? You think? Have you done all your drafts yet?
Yeah, I've done all my drafts. My best team,
Yeah.
probably the one that's named Belichick yourself.
Who was your
I
first
got-
round pick?
My first pick was Austin Eckler at pick 6.
I like Austin Eckler.
I think he's kind of finished as an RB3 this year. Third best running back
He did.
behind Cook and McCaffrey.
Yeah, Cook's good. Wait, you think Cook's number 1 this year?
No, I think
Oh.
Cook is 2.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey's 1.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
Kyler Murray's actually my quarterback in that one.
He's
you
got
have
good
CD
rushing
Lamb
upside.
on your team.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
have CD
don't.
Lamb.
Oh.
Should I make the trade for him now?
If he's gonna give him up easily, Whoever has him.
No, he won't.
I'm a big CeeDee Lamb guy too this year.
Yeah, I like him. I like him and Amari Cooper.
ABCD Lamb.
That's another good one I could have
Love
done.
it.
I'm really having a tough time, guys.
What?
Trying to figure this out. It's not letting me
Well,
log in.
You can figure it out after. It's all right.
Okay, I'll just do it while we talk, and if I figure it out, then I'll let everyone know. Is there anything else to talk about football, or any other football to talk about?
I don't think so.
I think that's it.
Well,
Our fantasy our flag league. Should we announce that publicly?
We can talk about that at the end.
Okay.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on.
that's true.
I'll wait to the end.
Okay.
Get me excited.
You want to talk about the Rustic Men's Baseball League, Andrew?
I do. Do I?
Yeah. Could I ask you a trivia question, Andrew?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who is the only player in Rustic Men's Baseball League history to hit a grand slam?
This is a tough one. I wasn't at all the games, but I'm gonna just throw a name out there and just tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay, I can do that.
I think his number's 2.
Derek Jeter?
He plays in the Pine Cones.
Ooh.
Is it William Bridges?
Eh.
Oh, do I get a second guess or do I just?
Yeah, I'll give you a second guess.
Oh man, what about Ethan?
Eh.
I'm out of guesses. Who is it?
It's Andrew Hewitt.
Oh dang, I forgot. Yeah, I heard he was. I heard he hit one. I wasn't know if it was true or not.
It was a great weekend he had. Doubleheader, 6 RBIs total, I think, on the weekend for him.
Yeah, that definitely padded my stats that end the year.
4-1 swing right there. It can't hurt.
Didn't you finish like top 5 in RBIs?
I don't know where is that, but I know I had. I know.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I think I was 4. I was 4th. I mean, I can't say too much. I mean, 6 of those RBIs were in 2 games, so.
Hey.
Well, I mean, RBI's an RBI.
More often.
RBI is an RBI, so.
Yes, it is.
We got Alex Chapman, number 1, Mason Huck, number 2, Andrew, number 3, with 10. Alex Chapman and Mason Huck each had 11. Andrew 10, Saul 9, Zach Fletcher 8.
Oh, I beat Saul.
As well as Billy and Ryan at 8. But
it's all that matters. I beat Saul.
Yeah. And you were only 1 behind the leaders.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So.
That grand slam definitely helped. Not gonna lie, I wish a certain someone was pitching that game.
Oh.
But
you still got a sweet moment out of it, from what I heard.
It was glad running the bases and walking by him. That was a good time.
So what was your favorite part of the league, Andrew? Gotta know that.
Honestly, probably the championship series. Just how we were all friends, and it was serious, but at the same time, it wasn't like we weren't arguing calls or anything. It was more of just having a good time.
For the most part, we weren't, but yeah, the stakes were almost lower. Playing each other, I would say, because it's like, well, you're gonna be upset that you lost, but you're also gonna you're fine with the other team winning. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, yeah. I think Frank does listen to these podcasts, and just want to say one thing to Frank: you got to move your elbow once in a while, man. Quit leaning in there. I'm gonna call you out on the
podcast. Well, I mean, I'm not Frank, but I am his teammate, so I have to defend him because it's not his teammate. But I don't think on that in the championship game, I really don't think he made absolutely no attempt to get out of the way until it hit him, because then he moved. But I don't know if he moved his elbow in just very slightly, or if he held it right there and knew it was going to hit and just let it hit. Either way, it sent a few people on your team into a frenzy because, anyway, but
I don't really
that
think he put his elbow into the pitch, but I don't think he made any effort to move, which I
he
think
def-
is I think it's in the rules. It's all the only reason why I brought that up.
is it in our rules? If it's in
I
our
think
rules, then
that's what I was questioning.
yeah, I know in Little League you have to make an attempt. And then in the majors, you don't have to make an attempt. You just can't lean in. So I don't know what it is, but that's irrelevant. The next time Frank got up, took one right in the back, and that was
Yeah,
our first RBI.
I do remember that.
And yeah, but Zach said, did he lean into that one too? And that also sent someone into a frenzy as well. But
Yeah, that was a very fun league.
no, well, yeah, that sums it up. But if you want to call Frank out for the elbow and use this as a platform, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I had to say it somewhere. Somewhere's that it'd get to him.
So Andrew, do you plan on playing next year?
Oh yeah, I plan on playing for a while. As long as I'm up in Presque Isle, I plan on playing every year.
Glad to hear that.
Nice.
Love to hear that.
Nice.
Any recommendations you might have to give for potential improvements of the league?
The only thing I second guessed this year was Game 3 of the championship. I feel like 12 noon time was probably not the best start time for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was.
I second that.
But I don't know if that was a scheduling problem with something they were doing later on in the day or what.
I don't know. I think it was just because every Saturday we had done noontime starts, and we weren't sure how a Saturday primetime game would go, but it would have been cooler if it concluded under the lights.
Yeah, maybe
sure.
even a 7 o'clock start time. Just make
Yeah,
sure
even
it's under the lights.
yeah.
Especially if it ended like the same exact way. Like if the game was
Yeah.
played out
Oh, well,
the exact same way,
yeah.
it would have been so much
Yeah.
better at night for sure.
I mean, those your series with the Cardinals were both at night, so and
Yeah.
those were really cool atmosphere.
Oh, walk-up songs. I do gotta give
Oh,
the Cardinals credit. The walk-up songs
That
were
was
a great
awesome.
addition. I mean,
They
I
were.
didn't like the obviously we were going against them, so and they were the away team. I don't know if you noticed that, Ricky, but they were the away team.
I know.
Walk-up
Since
song.
when does the away team ever have walk-up songs? At least in the first game, that was the case. But yeah.
It was strange, but it opened our eyes to something that we could do next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ian, you got Andrew or Ian? Do you have anything else to say? Because I have an idea of what I'm gonna say next.
I've got something to say. I gotta say, I enjoyed this season, Andrew. Love playing on the team with you, man.
Yeah, that was a great time.
It was a blast.
Glad I had you at first base.
Yeah, man. Make a few plays. You were
Make a few.
great having you there at second. That side of the infield was on lock for the most part.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Ricky.
So does the date May? I know it won't ring a bell, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Does the date May 27, 2017 ring a bell?
Dude, I don't remember yesterday's date.
I know. I had to look it up beforehand, so I don't remember either. But Ian, Andrew, and I have played on a few teams together, and this is one of those teams. It was 2017 JV, so Ian and Andrew's sophomore year, my freshman year. I think Ian knows where I'm going with this, but doubleheader down in Herman.
Oh, geez.
End of game one.
Are you calling me out right now?
No, I'm not calling you out. I'm just asking for your perspective because I don't think I ever have. We had no business running with this team. I think they definitely looked a lot better than us physically. But we found ourselves at a tie game in the 7th inning. Andrew pitched well the entire game, and he was still pitching, I think. And tried to make a pickoff attempt with somebody on third. So
I
What's your perspective on this?
in my mind, with a guy on third, I don't really go from the windup very often. I usually just like staying the stretch.
Yeah, me too.
So in my windup, this guy was taking a pretty big lead. I went from the windup for some reason, and he was taking a pretty big lead, and I was thinking in my head, I had this new pickoff move, I thought it'd be a good pickoff move. It was not.
Well, the move might have been fine, but
So my move was to take. It's been used before. I've seen a couple people in actually the Heuristic Men's Baseball League use it. You take your right foot off and you do a sidearm throw to third.
yeah.
Well, my third baseman, I'm not going to call out any names. Yeah, I'm just kidding. It was all my fault. That throw was way off. My reaction after the throw was probably unneeded, and I apologize to my team for my emotion outbreak there.
Mm.
But I'm not going to deny my thought process behind trying to pick him off. I thought it was a good plan, but it backfired.
Well, I
And
didn't mean to call you out here.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mean to call you out here, but
No, you're good.
It definitely wasn't funny at the time, but I could say now that it's definitely a pretty funny moment.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely something I like to laugh about now. But in the moment, no, I wasn't in the laughing mood.
Apparently, you had a 1-inning suspension coming from our coach, and so you had time to think about it. You had a whole inning to think about it.
Hey, in that 1 inning, though, I look back on my life and realize all the mistakes I've made, and that one outshined all the rest of the mistakes in my life. So I'm glad I had that 1 inning to think about it.
And then you got back out there. We fought another game, lost in another heartbreaking way at the end. But
Wait, is that
Herbert doubleheader?
Second game? Was that the lockdown defense game, or was that the next year?
That was the lockdown defense game.
We put ourselves.
We're down. So to give a little context to the listeners that don't know, we're down and this is the second game after we lost the first one 8-7. We're down 7-2 or something. Fourth, fifth inning. Ben, our coach, puts in all the subs. Just said, well, not all, pretty much all the subs. I think just says screw it. Get this thing over with.
Not to throw Ben underneath the bus here, but he also put in an injured player.
He did.
At shortstop.
Broken thumb at shortstop.
Broken finger from playing basketball before baseball practice.
Hopefully, Mr. White does not hear that.
He was not supposed to be playing, but he shoved his glove on over the big metal cast that he had on his finger, on his thumb, and so that included one of our subs, an injured player. And most notably, the person that went in at third base, Mr. Gabe Herway, went in for Colby Buckley. Caught a routine pop-up foul ball pop-up for the third out of the inning as we were starting to not give up runs, and just exclaimed, "Lockdown defense, boys!" And every time we hear that phrase from now on, that's the moment our minds go back to.
I think you're overlooking the fact that the very next inning, a routine ground ball was hit to Gabe, and he botched it. Went right through his legs.
No, I think we have it backwards. I think it's backwards. I think the lockdown defense play was a grounder, and he made the play.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was a pop-up.
The next inning was a pop-up, and it's right through and it knocked him in the face.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what I thought it was.
That would make more sense. Yeah, okay. So it's the ground ball, routine ground ball, third base, makes the play.
Yeah.
Shouts lockdown defense.
Yeah.
And then a routine pop out right by the third base. Didn't have to walk over much. Fly ball, puts his glove up, and it just drops in his chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so after we start coming back, after our bats get going, I think we put most of the starters back in and eventually lose the game in 9 innings. By 13-12 or 12-11, some stupid score like that.
Oh, yeah, that was a 9-inning game.
Yeah, that was a marathon.
I'm surprised they let JV go past 7.
Well, hey, game's gotta end somehow. Yeah, come on, Ian. You and I know better than anyone, Ian.
Yeah.
Hey,
6 years combined. 6 years combined.
Yeah, we
won't get into that, but
good experience.
Well, not to be confused, that drop pop-up that Gabe had that hit his face, not to be confused with the next season, although Andrew wasn't there, Colby playing third base, and Ben had this trick play. Ben loved his trick plays. If you don't know, shocker.
Yeah, he loves it.
The first and third scenario.
Ian,
I'll
how many
say-
times you used Shocker this year in the men's league? Used it a couple times.
Two or
You
three.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked great with me and Dakota. That
Did. I will say though,
worked out.
Ben Buckley's trick plays have made a huge impact on my life.
Oh yeah, I still use them today.
Yeah, exactly.
I love them. I love any type of deception to try to gain an edge. I love that mentality.
I think the hand signals really are cemented in my brain.
Yeah.
For most of them.
And I would just love how subtle he would do it. He just hold it down off to the side.
Yeah.
I remember in this same Herman doubleheader we were talking about, Colby was I think on third base, and whoever was on first. It was like such a subtle little hand signal, and we're not going to show it because for obvious reasons. But they somehow saw it, and the runner on first walked off first and got into a rundown, but Colby went home too early, got thrown out at the plate. And Ben almost lost his sanity then. Anyway, circling back to this other trip. Go ahead.
For the shocker, I feel like he would when he threw the sign out, he would do it. So the runner could almost not see it too. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like he would just be so nonchalant, like cross his arms and stick it out the side.
You know why I think that? You know why I think that? Because I think he was second guessing himself. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna give the sign really subtle, and if they see it, then they'll do it. But if they don't see it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was too scared, to do it. But it worked at least once in all 3 of my seasons on JV. Really? So
the problem with that was Ben used these hand signals without the actually with a runner on. He just throw these up randomly sometimes at practice. So it was like, is he just joking around right now? Or is he really giving the signs?
Right. But yeah, that other trick play I was going to talk about was one he had devised. I think it was Ian. You were on the team this year. The infield fly rule trick play. Yeah. So my sophomore year, at the beginning of the season, said whenever there's an infield fly situation, and you hear the umpire call it, as an infielder, you should try to drop it, just to try to confuse the runners, and then they'll get off the base and you can get an out. So we're playing Caribou. I think it was a day-night doubleheader. And there's an infield fly situation. Colby's playing third, really high pop-up to third base. And I know Colby wasn't thinking this because Ben mentioned it like one time early in the season before we were even on the field. It was in the gym. He was talking about it. And this play finally came up. And it goes off Colby's glove right to his forehead. And so he drops it, but it was an infield fly. So the runners were out. And the runner on third got confused and stepped off the bag, and Colby grabbed it and tagged him. But I don't care what Colby says. He did not mean to drop the ball. He accidentally dropped it, and the opportunity fell into his lap, and he got the out. But we were all so excited because that trick play also worked.
And you know who was very excited?
Who?
Ben. He was excited. He walked out because I remember he walked out before the inning. He went before we the next time we took the field. He walked out. He went up to the umpire. He's like, "Would you believe me if I told you we worked on that?"
Did they work on it bouncing off Colby's face too?
Because seriously, it literally bounced off his face. Like, there's no way when you're trying to drop a ball that you'd let that happen. Right. Like if you were actually trying to drop it.
Hey, if you're trying to sell the moment though, nothing goes best with a ball in the face. It really convinces everybody.
We were laughing all the way to the bank. It was awesome.
Always good memories talking about JV baseball.
Always.
Oh,
Just endless memories. There's plenty we cannot share on the air, but
unfortunately, that's just going to be the time. I mean, nothing else other than just time restrictions on it.
Right, we can go on and on. Yeah. That's why we won't get into any more.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Ian, I don't know about you, but I think freshman year JV wasn't really even a team. It was more of just a big group of guys just almost like a beer league. It felt like a beer league,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Hanging out.
It did.
Half our team was on like varsity, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Too. Yeah, but they practiced with us, but they would go to like every varsity game. But yeah, that was just a good time. That was just some great memories there that Ricky, you don't know about.
I kind of
Maybe
wish I'd have
someday.
been there that
Maybe
year. I mean,
maybe
I saw
someday.
some of it. I saw the tip of the iceberg my
Oh,
freshman
yeah, that was.
sophomore year. But he obviously got more more. I don't know. I don't want to say anything wrong, but like he got more serious as time went on.
Right.
But yes, I'm sure that year, because he had just graduated the year before, so it was just I had to have been on another level.
Yeah, it was.
Coaching
There's
kids.
some funny things that happen. You know,
What?
there were some funny things that happened.
Oh, I'm sure there were. You get Brad McMahon and Grant Bridges on a team. I mean, how do you how do you not have funny things happen?
Exactly.
Hey, I don't know if you guys remember sophomore year. Do you guys remember the game we lost and we had to run poles?
Yep.
And do you guys remember the imaginary hole at home that Mitchell apparently tore his ACL on that he couldn't run anymore?
So it wasn't a game we lost. It was because Colby lost his wallet in the gym. At least this is what I think happened. Colby lost his wallet in the gym and assumed someone stole it. And Ben asked the whole team who stole it. And Mitchell tried to fess up. He's like, "All right, I did it." And he's like, "No, you didn't. Stop trying to lie so we don't have to run." And no one admitted to it, so we had to run bulls. And
yeah, and it was in the curtain the whole time.
Was it? Did he find it?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was in the curtain the whole time.
I didn't know that. But yeah, Mitchell acted like he pulled his hammy or something.
Yeah.
And I just remember him trying to show Ben what was wrong with it in the dugout. He was trying to stretch it all out. It's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, and then like right once we started like the practice, wasn't he like good to go?
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, it's fixed."
And then every time you look over at him, he'd be walking fine. And then, like, if he noticed somebody was looking at him, he'd start limping.
Oh my word! Something out of a movie, honestly.
Yeah,
it is almost like Bad News Bears.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a great way to put it. I always feel like some of the funniest memories are from when running polls. If you remember one from freshman year.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite baseball memories.
You guys ran polls freshman year?
Yeah.
Do you remember what for, Ian?
I don't remember.
I don't know this story though.
We didn't lose many games, so that couldn't really have been a loss.
Right. I don't know what it was for, but Ricky, we can tell you that after the podcast.
Oh yeah, it has to be after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might have to be after for that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, does anyone else have anything to say about baseball?
No, I don't have anything else prepared. I just thought I'd use that instance as an icebreaker into a lot of JV memories.
Yeah.
For which there are many.
I think it worked out
Down
great.
memory lane. Yeah, it did.
Worked out great. And I can give you guys a quick update now if you do want. I figured it out. The fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And I can tell you the options. All our available options for.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you have the normal offensive positions, right? You have. Okay. For some reason, it doesn't. ESPN doesn't have Superflex, I don't think. But they have team quarterback. So instead of drafting a quarterback, you can draft a team for their quarterback.
Hey, that's a good thing for the Saints. That'd be a.
Oh yeah, for a team that's okay.
Yeah, and then so we can, if we want, we can add that. We can add, obviously, the flex. Oh, offensive player utility. I think that's probably their super flex. So okay, they do have it, and then they got all the defensive positions. They have defense.
Every single one.
Yep.
Even nose tackle.
Yep.
Defensive tackle, defensive end, linebacker, defensive line, cornerback, safety, defensive back, and then defensive utility. So just any defensive player. And then we have place kicker, punter, and head coach.
Okay, so we covered everything then.
So should we add
But
punter and head coach?
yep.
Yes.
Okay. Punter and head coach are added. Keep kicker? Keep team defense? Or take...
No, keep both of those, and then add like a utility player or something.
Yeah, I'd say add like 2 or 3 defensive utility guys.
Yeah,
Defensive
yeah. So it
utility?
can be whatever.
Okay. We'll add 2. 2 defensive utility players. And then... What do we think for offense? Take away quarterback and just make a super flex? Or take away
No,
quarterback
I'd say-
and team quarterback?
No, because that means the Saints are very
Oh.
overpowered, and people like the Chiefs you're just drafting Pat Mahomes.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's a
It's
good
true.
point. But shoot,
I wouldn't. That'd be kind of boring.
okay, leave quarterback. How about instead of like two running backs and 2 wide receivers, we go like 0 running back, 0 wide receiver, but 3 running back or wide receiver. 3 or 4 of that.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. 3 or 4.
Is this gonna be a PPR or is this gonna be a standard half PPR?
We'll go point. We'll go point per reception.
I like those leagues.
And are we gonna make the joke positions more valuable?
Yes.
I can look into it to see what
Okay.
we can do.
Punter should be
And then we'll go 1 tight
should be
end
up there.
and 1 offensive utility player. Does that sound good? So we
Yeah.
have... Should we have any bench spots or no bench spots?
No, do like 2, 3.
Only 2 bench spots? So just make it like every player is valuable, kind of. Like, you got to know who you want, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably not gonna be that big of a league, so you can get people off waivers too when you
Yeah,
need.
that's true.
We'll go maximum IR spots, though. How about that? 4 IR. 2 bench and 4 IR.
So you're just making this as much of a joke as possible. I like it.
Yeah. So right now we got quarterback, 4 running back or wide receivers, 1 tight end, and then 1 offensive utility player, 2 defensive utility players, team defense, kicker, punter, head coach. Sound
Yep.
good?
Sounds great.
Okay. 15 roster spots total. I'll save those changes. And then I'll look into scoring later, and I'll send a link out tonight
Mhm.
to everyone, though. And
We gotta do the draft. When's the last chance to do a draft?
You can do it until
whenever.
week 4.
Week
You can
4.
do it
Until
week
week-
4.
Really? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
week 1.
We could start week 2 if we want.
No, I say get this draft.
Try to get it
Get it
done.
going. Oh yeah,
Try to get it done by Thursday.
dude. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap up this fantasy football then.
It's gonna
Ricky,
be fun.
you had something you wanted to talk about, right?
Did I? Oh yes, I did. We talked a lot about the Aroostook Men's Baseball League, but now I present to you more content for our weekly recap. A flag football league that we have recently entered. We've got a lot of expectations for it. I'm not sure what to expect, but it should be a blast. Right, Ian?
Yeah, I think it should be. We got Aaron Koffset as QB1,
Oh,
potentially the best
yeah.
quarterback in the league, maybe.
potentially the best quarterback in the county.
Yeah.
Literally.
He's got the height, he's got the arm, he's got the accuracy too. I mean, not move. He can't really move, but
Well, hey, that's fine.
he can move enough.
He's a pocket passer type of guy.
Yeah, I shouldn't say he can't really move. I should say he can move enough. He can move enough to
Right.
get the job done.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not really a defensive player though, so he'll sit on defense. But hey,
That's fine.
For our quarterback, oh, we'll do that for you. I also got to say, Ricky, one day, me, Frank, and Chris went out to play football. Just me and Chris were just 1v1ing
The three of
because
you.
Frank can't really run. So me and Chris were just 1v1ing, and Frank was throwing. And Frank, you might know where this is going right now because I have to do this. I have to do this to Chris, but I snapped Chris's ankles.
Did you?
I snapped. He ended up on his face, and then
Really?
he. Sorry, Chris, if you're listening to this, sorry, Chris. I mean, I had to. But he got up and he said, And I took it as a huge compliment because he got up and he said, "That's the worst anyone's ever broke my ankles in a long time."
I'm gonna say if you break Chris's ankles,
we were using
you might as
flags
well
too.
you might as well just stop playing for that day, because nothing's gonna top that.
Yeah. And Chris
It's
is
something I can say I've never done. So
Chris is a beast, man.
he is.
As
He's
the
gonna
wide
be our
receiver.
he's our
defensive
Tyreek
player.
Hill.
Yeah.
Chris is our Tyreek Hill for our team.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, that fantasy league. So can you go down through our roster, Ian?
Our roster. Oh, like all of our teams?
For the flag league. I keep saying fantasy.
Oh, for the
Yeah, our
Flag
flag roster.
right now it's me, you, Chris, Frank, Aaron Koffstead, Jacob Schoberg, Will Bridges, Dakota Morrow, Caleb Wheaton. And
As
then,
an alternate, but
right. But he's still a good one. And then probably some other guys we can just call on if we need the numbers, you know. If the numbers aren't there.
I like what we got.
Yeah.
I like what I'm happy to settle into a wide receiver 3 role, who just, I run a lot of slants.
He's a slot guy.
I'm just a slot guy.
He's Edelman 2.0.
I mean,
yeah.
We got Chris, who's really quick. We got Jake Schoberg, who is sneaky fast, and has good hands. Ian can beat people deep sometimes and go up and get it. Ian's our tight end. He can go up and get it.
I was gonna wait for you to finish talking. I was gonna say, and I'll fill the tight. I'll take the tight end 1 position.
Yeah, we got Dakota as kind of our utility man in the backfield. He can do double passes, little dump offs to Dakota. Will's pretty fast too when he's going to be there. It's going to be a blast. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what we can do.
Yeah, me too. Should be fun. I don't think we have a team name yet though, and the game should start Wednesday. I think our first game might be Wednesday.
That's going to be interesting, but what should we go as? What do you think?
I don't know. I threw a few names out, like Dylan Panthers, and then
like Friday Night Lights.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. And then Saul is on. They want Saul on the roster, but Saul doesn't want to play because of his ankle, I believe.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the team name could just be Saul. That's what I brought up. Just team name Saul. Always have Saul there with us, even if he can't be on the field playing with us. But
Well, the Mav cones. Ever think of that?
Bad. That's actually not bad. The Mav cones. People would question it, like, what's a Mav cone? But
yeah,
I like it. I like it, Ricky.
So Andrew, you had no interest in playing in a flag football league?
No, I mean, I'll be one of those guys you need to call on for numbers if you need me to.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll take that. We'll take that as an
skin around once in a while.
We'll take that as an alternate then. You could be an asset.
Do you have cleats though, Andrew? Soccer cleats?
Yeah,
Rubber
I do.
cleats.
Yeah, I do.
That's all you need. Soccer cleats. You'll be set.
I was gonna say I got baseball cleats, but I forgot.
That's probably illegal.
But yeah, I do have soccer cleats.
Not bad. Well, I don't think I have anything else to say, honestly, Ricky.
Me neither.
Ran out of juice. Andrew, you have anything to say?
No, I'm good.
Well, it was a fun episode.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on. It
was fun walking down memory lane for the JV memories and all the other stuff we covered too. Thank you for reaching out to being on the show because we need guests.
We need more people to reach out. That's what we need. I should maybe make an extra Instagram post, Ricky, and you should say something right now, like, if you want to come on sports podcast, send us an Instagram DM. If you want to come on a sports
podcast, click the link in our bio.
No, Ricky, the bio.
Well, because you're going to make a Google Forms spreadsheet and they're going to apply.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then that
Simple
takes the link.
Instagram DM doesn't
That
work.
takes the link to our actual podcast out, though, Ricky.
Oh well, true. We
Here,
could make
say-
another one.
Here, start over and say, if you want to be a
Okay.
guest on a sports podcast.
Well, why
DM
don't you
us.
just?
Yeah, why don't you just say it?
Because
You just said it.
You do it, Ricky.
Well, if you want to be on a sports podcast as a guest and be invited back for the trivia finale, season finale, DM us on Instagram. There you go. You're welcome, Ian.
Now we can make that a post.
But yeah, so next week we got Jason Dumas slated, or maybe it's then it's not next week. It's the episode after.
I forgot about that. Sorry, Jason. But yeah, Jason, buddy.
We got Jason Dumas slated. That should be a treat. But yeah, so Andrew, thank you for coming on. It was a good episode, and you're invited back for the trivia season finale, which also should be fun. But thank you guys for listening to this episode of a sports podcast. We'll see you guys next time.